Joining me right now, former campaign manager for President Obama, Jim Messina. Alternate title could be for this one, Jim, someone who never ran out of campaign cash. Let's start there. How dire is the financial situation? If we have it, guys, throw back up that full screen of those filings for Biden, Buttigieg, Warren, and Klobuchar that they're facing.
Look, money is the oxygen of American politics, and you're starting to see the oxygen go out of the room for some of these campaigns that have struggled. It's why the debate the other night was so important. Elizabeth Warren had to have a big moment, both for momentum and for money, and by all accounts, she did have that moment, and she really needed it. Some of these other campaigns are simply just going to run out of cash even before we get to Super Tuesday. And the Democrats' decision to move Texas and California to Super Tuesday made this even harder, because you're going to need real cash to compete against the battleship Bloomberg and everyone else who has a bunch of cash.
That's an excellent point. So going into this week's debate, you told me a critical choice for each candidate was going to be go after Bloomberg or go after Sanders. And clearly, most of them chose, by and large, door number one, Bloomberg. Was that a mistake?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think it's what they had to do. And if you look at kind of the post-debate reactions, the people who did that and did it well got a bump from it. And, you know, the people who went after Sanders, here's the issue. In this debate, Sanders is clearly the front runner, but everyone's really worried about Bloomberg because of his unlimited spending and because he was starting to take votes from almost everyone except for Bernie. And so they had to sort of slow him down to get any momentum here. And if you're Mayor Pete, if you're Amy Klobuchar, you're competing with Michael Bloomberg for votes. So you had to do something. And so that's kind of what they did, and it's what I think they should have done.
And Bernie Sanders benefited from that. I mean, so with Sanders now looking like he could win Nevada after winning New Hampshire and a strong finish in Iowa, how late is too late for candidates to start chipping away then at Sanders support?
Well, look, if he gets a big vote lead coming out of Super Tuesday, it's going to be really hard to stop him. Barack Obama built a lead in Super Tuesday in 2008 against Hillary that she could never fix. Same 4 years ago with Hillary pulling away from Bernie. So Democrats have to start looking at this and looking at Super Tuesday and say, this is the moment we have to slow him down, or he's going to become the Democratic nominee for president.
So this leads to the talk of brokered convention, right? While that may make normal human beings' eyes glaze over, that is what a lot of Republicans were pinning their hopes on in 2016, trying to stop Trump. Do you see any suggestion that this would turn out differently for Democrats if it would happen?
No, I don't. I mean, I think it'd be super difficult to take the nomination away from someone who has a significant lead in the delegate count. Now, if it's really close and you're talking, you know, two candidates basically tied, that's different. Yeah. But it is unlikely that that would occur, and I think it'd be really difficult to take the lead away from someone who had it going into the convention. Although for TV, Kate, you'd have a great time watching it.
And since all that matters is how it plays on television, we know exactly how it should go. I say that completely kidding, everyone. Regardless, what I'm hearing from you is what happens in the next 2 weeks is going to be fascinating and could be everything in this primary. It's good to see you, Jim.